Hello, plant community. Thanks for tuning into this channel. My name is Pam, and it's Planty Update time. So let's go. Okay, guys, welcome back. I have a few, to say the least, some Planty updates. Just wanted to shed some light on certain plants and let you guys know exactly what's going on in my plant collection. I wanted to bring you along and document this as well. Before I go into showing you all the little goodies here and there, I'm going to start off on the bad note and that way get that out of the way. So update number one, you guys, and I put this on my Instagram, I say about a month or so ago, a few weeks back now at this point, about my Philodendron biliaceae. You guys, I lost the plant in its entirety, and I honestly don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I did anything wrong, what was done wrong. I have zero clue. Usually, when I make a mistake or a flaw in a plant or I lose a plant, I try to go back and retrace my steps to see if I can figure out or pinpoint where I went wrong as the plant parent. And honestly, I don't know what it was. I'm usually pretty good with my philodendrons. They grow pretty well in my care. So for me to have watched that go to a quick demise was kind of disturbing a little bit, but honestly, as long as it took me to get this plant, I was not that upset when it declined. I don't know if I put the plant, because when I got it, it was bare root. I don't know if I potted it up in too big of a pot, even though I thought it was aerated. I don't know if I had it in a drafty location for that plant. Considering where I put it at is surrounded by different types of plants, and I mean snake plants to euphorbias, to my Philodendron gloriosum, to a particular Hoya. I have syngoniums in that area, and they're all fine and thriving, but for some reason that plant just took a deep dive decline, and for the life of me I don't know why. So I didn't learn so I say all that to say I didn't learn a lesson in that. Will I get another one? I don't know, because I'm questioning how bad did I want that plant, considering I wasn't upset when it died. I have to go back. I think now what's going on with me buying all these plants, I'm kind of like really taking a whole nother relook at my plant collection as a whole. So I don't know if I will buy another one. It was disappointing though, because it was such a nice specimen, but it kind of like, I guess, I don't know if it killed my confidence level with even trying to get another one. Usually if I get a plant, what I have learned about myself in my plant journey is if I get a plant and it's declining like really in the beginning stages and I don't know why, it kind of like stops me from wanting to get another plant and try again. Not yet anyway, not right away. I mean, that's just me. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but that's just me. So yeah, that's my update. You know, the good, bad, and the ugly, but yeah, that's my update. Let's get into some other happier updates, I guess. I'm gonna start off with this philodendron. What are you? The Sororoy? I think it is. Remember I showed you this plant in a smaller, like rectangular planter, and I said I was going to put it in a bigger one so that it can have more room to grow, because it finally got to the end. And so that's what I did, and this is what she's looking like so far. She's looking pretty good. Is this a Sororoy? I know it's not a Sororoy, guys, but I can't think of the name. This philodendron species. Help me out, please. Comment below. But look at how silver it is. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it does have a new leaf growing right here, as well as another leaf down here. So it is definitely trailing. The way that I think I potted it up is intentionally for one to go in one direction and another to go in the other. Another Planty update, y'all may have noticed already from watching some of my videos, this plant sits up there. If you see this little gray thing right here, it's a new shelving that I kind of like put on the wall. And I had this initially on the floor, but I wanted it to be up some so it can really enjoy and get some of the natural light here as well as my Sandseed light. And it tends to like it. I think it's okay. I believe I probably will put her outside because last year around this time, if y'all remember when I started putting plants outside, this plant was declining really badly. And I just put it outside. Honestly, you guys, I put it outside thinking that it was just going to kill on over. But she surprised me and said she wanted to make a comeback. And I guess I gave her what she needed when I put her outside. And I'm so glad I did because the foliage is beautiful nonetheless. Now, I have another little Planty update. You know, guys, I wish I had documented this, but I did not document any of my steps whatsoever. And the reason why, honestly, is because I was fooling around. 1, 2, I didn't know what I was doing. 3, I didn't even think it would even somewhat work. So I know I was watching a lot of people doing pollination and growing seeds off of anthuriums. And you know me, I like doing what everybody else is not doing. So that's just the type of person I am. And I decided to try it with my peace lily. So I had, I think, my platinum mist peace lily and my domino peace lily. And I pollinated my domino peace lily, and to my surprise, I was actually able to create seeds. Who knew that it was even going to take? You know, I didn't even think it was going to take. But I'm going to show, if I can find a photo of my pregnant Philadelphia. I did take a picture of that, and I'll show you guys that. And anyway, I've been having this, again, at the stage of germination. Not quite sure what's going on here. But some of my seeds have picked up a little bit, and I just wanted to showcase what you see. So these are little, I guess, domino peace lily babies. So you see where it's like green right here. Every area where you actually see the white sticking out, you guys, is actually the plant starting off. It was a lot of seeds, honestly, you guys. How long this will take for it to be complete, I don't know. If it should be even more mature right now than what you guys are seeing right here. Because I dropped the seeds literally on December the 31st. And here we are, let's see, at the beginning of April at this point. And I don't know. But I'm just super excited to see what this will actually bring, if it will bring anything out. I will share and probably post it on my Instagram. Super excited about that. I forgot, I have another update that I wanted to share with you, and I see it over there. Give me a second, guys. I think I'm going to show you. Okay, guys. Another update that I have, you guys, is actually my Monster Thai constellation. Y'all know I was super excited when I opened up that plant, and you may have noticed that I have not been talking about that plant at all. Now, the reason why is because she is alive. She is alive. She has not declined or anything like that. It's just that I'm wrapping up doing a whole year in documenting the year and the growth of a Thai, which should either be I don't know how this video is going to go out, if it's going to go out after I showcase that video, or if this video will be before it. But it should be around the time really soon where I actually documented the whole year growth. I thought it was fun to do, and so that was the reason why I haven't made a mention of that plant. I haven't brought it up in any hauls, any favorite plants of the month or anything like that. I just specifically wanted to share that plant for that particular video. And then maybe now after that, After that video is aired, I will start showing you that. But just to give you an update on that, if anybody was questioning why I haven't been talking about that plant. Now on to my Alocasia Jacqueline. Y'all remember when I got that plant, I told you it took a dive on the floor, soil spilled all over the place, broke the stems of 2 of the leaves, and I was left with only 1 stem. This is what she's looking like right now. She's still a 1 stemmer, but it's okay. She's still hanging in there, and I'm excited to report that a leaf is finally coming out. I was a little apprehensive. I didn't know if this was going to be a 1 leafer for extremely long period of time, because I know some people have been having that experience where it's just 1 leaf for some reason. But I'm happy to report that she will be having a friend soon, so that's good right there. Another little update. I keep saying another little update, but I'm only saying another little update because I know I brought you guys with me in the beginning of the process or whatever happened. This beautiful Billy, look at that. Billy, yeah. Peperomia Hope here that y'all saw me repot, and we had a conversation about propagations and things like that, the different kinds of propagation, from water to perlite to sphagnum moss, as well as the propagation I showed y'all of when I put it into soil. So I just want to report that those propagations in that video has since been rooted, and I put it in this little cup because I want to see the roots get established here. I'm interested to see. The ones that's growing on top, of course, the ones that's in water, that was in water, and I had some in sphagnum moss and as well as perlite. But to me, honestly, between the 3, I would say there was good. The ones that was in water grew roots. They weren't like 2 inches long. It was just a lot of them, more cluster of them, where I felt confident to put it in here. The ones that was in sphagnum, to me, grew the longest roots. And then the ones in perlite, it did root, but it wasn't like robust or anything like that. So I'm interested to see. I just recently potted them up. And I have it not sitting in here. I'm sitting it on my windowsill in my kitchen, and I want to see how it does. So let's hope for the hope to do what it does best. Give us hope. I know it's probably a little corny, but I can be corny from time to time. But anyway, my next one. Oh, this is an interesting one here. I'm excited to announce this Hoya. This is the heartleaf Hoya verticulata, I believe. Y'all know when I unboxed it, it stayed this 2-leaf forever. I'm just so excited. I just wanted to show y'all that, what is this? That is finally trying to give me a little leaf. You see that little dark color right there? And it grew all of this, so I'm super excited. Hopefully it'll get another leaf, and it'll activate it in some kind of way where it will keep on growing, and hopefully I can get a trailing plant of this before you know it, because I really do think it's very cool to have a Hoya that's actually heart-shaped, but not heart-shaped like the Carya, but a different form of a heart shape, kind of like more like a philodendron heart shape. But anyway, wanted to share that with you. This right here is a, what are you before I show you? Calathea maconiana that's thriving now, you guys. I had this plant and I had it in here in a pot, and guys, I don't know what happened over the winter time. It was just taking a brutal hit of some kind till I had to dig it out of the soil and see what was going on. I was losing the root system. The roots were starting to become root rot. I had to remove all the dead roots. I took this plant and instantly just put it in leca, because leca helps me reestablish the root system. And I had it underneath one of my sand sea lights, and it started growing very good water roots, and I mean a lot of robust roots. And now I have it potted up in soil, but it's in this self-watering pot, which has made my life so much better. She is living her best life and thriving, and she's not even growing in here anymore. I have her actually growing in my living room where it's getting nothing but the fancy light. But as you can see, she is full and very happy, and no issues, no crispiness of leaves, none of that. She is really loving it, and I'm so glad because she was on a real fast, deep decline, and I'm so glad I was able to bring her back. Another thing, my mistletoe cactus, I did put this on my Instagram page. You're looking at it now, there's nothing wrong with it. One of the things I'm learning from this plant is not to underestimate how often this plant needs water. This plant needs way more water than I'm giving it, is my understanding. And one day I actually came home and one of the leaflets that was hanging completely fell out of the pot. The whole thing just, I guess, broke off and just fell out, the stem, everything. And so when life gives you lemons, you make what? Lemonade. And so I took that opportunity, that big piece of chunk, and like I said, I showed all this on my Instagram page. I propagated it and I filled it up. I just put them all up here to kind of make it fuller. And I'm just going to wait and see if she takes. I'm finally, I think, really getting a better understanding of when to water her. Thinking because it's a cactus, I'm underestimating, like I said, that she doesn't need to be watered that often. But she needs more water than I think. And that's just across the board. And this plant is actually hanging in my bedroom where it's getting medium light. So it's not like it's using that much energy of the light. But I just know this plant does not like to be completely bone dry. I don't think it's forgiving. These little beautiful sticks and stems will dry up on you very quickly and completely just break off and fall out of the soil. So yeah, I'm just going to keep an eye on her and just make any amendments as I see fit. But I think as long as I keep her well watered, she will be on her way to provide me with beautiful, luscious growth as she already has been doing. Let's see. Another plant that's made a comeback. I'm going to show y'all my asparagus fern. Remember when I had it, you guys, and the whole plant just turned brown. Now, I know, granted, I know they die back. I do know that they die back. But I am going to test something come next fall. I think the decline of my asparagus fern took place when I took it out of here. I don't know if this plant needs more higher humidity or whatever the case was, but I took it out of here because I brought my Ficus Benjamin back in the house from outside, and my asparagus fern took that spot. So I had to put my ficus back because, you know, she don't like being moved. She'll lose all her leaves. So I put her back to her spot, and it caused me to have to put my asparagus fern inside my house. Once I did so inside my house, that's when I noticed the decline. Now that just happened to also be around fall time, so I don't know if there's a symbiotic relationship between the seasons and me and the entire plant itself turning brown, or versus I took it out of the sunroom where the humidity is higher in here than it is in the other part of my home. But either way, I'm going to test it out by leaving it in here come fall. And anyway, I had to cut it all the way back, and it did come back. And she is looking pretty good, I gotta say. All of this is, I cut it back. And if I can find a picture, you guys, I will probably show you. But she was down to nothing but stems. I actually have her right now literally just sitting on the floor in here, and she's getting light directly from my Sancy light and some very medium indirect light from natural light, and she's loving it. Looks good in this pot. It's just a cash pole right now. Still got it in this original pot that it came in. There's a lot of root going on down the bottom, but I don't think I'm potting her up no time soon. But she's been growing, and I just really love this whole fluffy, whimsical. If you can get one of these and keep her happy, I say do so. It's well worth it. The aesthetics. And I'm just so glad she's coming back. And I hope I can actually keep her like this, because I've seen people actually be able to keep their plant alive even during the non-growing season. So I don't know. I'm going to test the theory come next fall, though. Another one. I don't know what's the name. Okay. So let's talk Scindapsus really quick. I have two. One is my Silver Cloud, and the other one is my Scindapsus trubii dark form. Learning something different about these two plants. They are different from my exoticas and silver ladies and silver splashes and even the sterling silver. They are different. I'm going on a roller coaster ride with these plants. And let me just, this one right here. This is my Silver Cloud, you guys. Now, a lot of up and down with her. Got the plant, she was growing, but she wasn't growing robustly. Something about the leaves was funky, something funky with the leaves. Pulled it out the soil, saw that it didn't have much root system. Put it in water, established roots to a place I felt comfortable enough with putting that in soil. Put it back in soil, it was down, it had this leaf and two other leaves, you guys. In soil for a while, I lost one leaf and then a second leaf, and this was the last leaf left, you guys. And I was like, oh no, I'm so afraid, so scared. I took this sucker, I took this baby out of the soil again. And I've put her in leca, and ever since I did that, she's in leca. She's getting some Sansi light going on, but ever since I did that, she grew this leaf and then this leaf right here. So that leaves me to believe this particular one just don't want to grow in soil for me, and I'm not taking her out of leca anymore. I listened to you even though you were talking and I wasn't paying you any attention the first time. But now I'm listening. I'm all ears, and I'm trying to give you what you want so that you give me what I need, you know? So I'm talking to her, and I think we have a better understanding. So the good part about this is having this experience with this plant helped me better understand my trubii dark form. Got that plant. It was doing the same thing as this, the Silver Cloud. Curling of the leaves. Even a couple of days after I watered, I was like, something's funky with the leaves. I'm not sure. Take it out of the soil. The root system is slowly declining, or whatever the case is. I wasted no time. I took it. It doesn't look like much now because it's in the recuperation phase. It took a hit, and that's why the leaves are curling, because I don't think it was getting any form of nutrients, any form of water, anything like that. I think it was not at all. So took it completely out the soil. I cleaned the roots as much as I could. I cut all the roots that looked bad, and I just put her in leca. And I just recently did this too, so I know that she is going to stay like this for a while. She went through a shock. I mean, I sprayed her down, cleaned the leaves, because I didn't know if it was pest related or anything like that. And what trips me out is really wasn't nothing wrong with the roots. I'm wondering if it was suffering more or less from dry root as opposed to root rot. And yeah, so I don't know. I think if this plant perks back up, I'm probably more than likely going to leave it in this leca and just say the heck with it and be done with it, because I don't really want to lose this plant. I love the beautiful color of the dark leaves, and when she perks back up and get healthy, I will share with you guys, and you know, hopefully she'll make a comeback. Let's see here. I don't know what. I can't think of the name of this daggone plant. I'm so sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh, this is a variegated form. Guys, I can't remember the name of the plant, and I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to show you because I don't know. Okay. This is a plant that I just got not too long ago, mind you. Now, the Hoya species variety kind. This is the variegated kind. I have the regular one, I think, inside my home. And I'm just super excited because it was a 2-leafer. And since I've gotten it, and I don't know what kind of grow light I have in my dining room underneath my table. I'm about to probably take y'all just in that area and just show y'all what I'm talking about. But there's an actual grow light there, which I think is doing some amazing things because, like I said, when I got this plant, I haven't had it long. It was literally these 2 leaves. And so far, it's given me this leaf already, as well as this long tendril. And if you look closely, you probably won't be able to see there's actually a new growth right here and a new leaf coming here. So I'm super excited. This thing is really starting to grow fast in such a short period of time that I had it. And I just wanted to share it with you because it gives me almost like a undulata, Hoya undulata caudata vibe as far as the texture and the shape of it a little bit. I can't think of, but for the life of me, I can't even think of the name. But I wanted to bring you along for the ride. All right. My begonia. Let me make room for begonia. Y'all remember my begonia maculata that I used to have over here somewhere way back when I was doing my videos? And I think I was actually sitting over here. And you could see her behind me, and she actually bloomed. And she had gotten tall. And I had lost a lot of the lower leaves, and she almost looked like tree-like. And I think I had moved her from over here, put her somewhere over there. And the top leaves was declining. They were like falling one at a time. And guys, I just got so scared. I just, y'all may remember I actually chopped her and cut her and propagated her. And yeah, I said, okay, I don't want to lose this plant. This is one of my favorite begonias. I love all my begonias actually, but you know what I mean. Like, one of my S-tier begonias. I didn't want to lose her. One of my oldest ones, yada, yada, yada. So this is what she's looking like now, and I'm loving it. So glad I did what I did. Guys, I propagated her. I think I did like maybe three or four cuttings, and in the midst of me cutting her all the way back, she grew. This stem right here actually grew, and all the rest that you see outside of the stem has been most part propagations, and it's taken off. Like I even got, which is kind of cool, I don't even know if y'all won't be able to see it. See this right here? It's a little stick I cut off. I stuck this in water and leaves grew out from the side, you guys. So crazy. So I kind of try to put it where no matter which way you turn her, you will still see that beautiful polka dot. And I mean, it's a lot of new growth, and she's loving life in here. I have her literally sitting like about a foot off of the floor, and she's getting just this light from this Sansi light. But all of this is still new, hasn't hardened off yet. This leaf hasn't even hardened off yet. It's still soft. This leaf hasn't really hardened off either. So, you know, look at that. Guys, I'm super excited. I've only had her bloom for me once, so I'm really hoping that she will bloom for me come this upcoming growing season. Super excited. Now, my last two fun comeback plants, I must say. I'm gonna show y'all this one. Super excited to show y'all this one. I did an unboxing. Plant Haven, Toronto. If y'all remember, I took out an Aschenanthus Thai pink, and when I was unwrapping that plant, a lot of the leaves fell right then and there. And even though I was trying to cover it up, I was extremely disappointed. I did reach out to them, and they were very sympathetic and understanding. And they refunded my money, and they were very nice and kind. So I really do appreciate Plant Haven Toronto for just honoring me as a consumer. That really meant a lot. So I kept, but anyway, y'all remember how I looked? It was like down to maybe 1 or 2, 3 leaves. And this is what she looks like now. So I'm happy she is coming back. And amazing, coming back in a non-growing season, mind you. But she is definitely coming back. And I only had her for a couple of months. She's literally grown these 2 trails. And I have her because I want her to really make a comeback. This is also new growth right here. She's getting that beautiful hue. I have it underneath that grow light in my dining room. It's not even a fancy light. It's a cheap Walmart grow light that I came across, but it is doing some amazing things to my plants. I kid you not. And guys, look at that. It almost gives me a little bit of hope of seeing if I could try to propagate and maybe put some right here, because could you imagine me actually getting a full, I don't know. I mean, it's coming a long way, I gotta say, from me down to like 2-3 leaves to what you see right here. I'm super impressed by it, and I just love this plant so much. It's such a beautiful plant. I love the thickness of the leaves. So succulent-like, I just love it. And my last and final update, but equally important and very heartfelt to me, because I've been duking it out with this plant. Dang, how long have we been duking it out? I say at least almost going on 3 years. And finally, guys, she's giving me some sign of, I'm going to start growing well for you, and I'm going to take off. And this is my Anthurium pallidiflorum. This is the one that I got from Equigenera almost 3 years ago that just did a deep dive decline. And I've been fighting like I don't know what to actually get it to grow. And finally, it's giving me some kind of leaf going on where I can feel a little bit accomplished. It's not much, but you guys understand where I came from with this daggone plant. This plant had no leaves, you guys. No. All the leaves turned yellow and fell off when I got it. They were nice and long and pretty. Some was hard and crunchy. Some was yellow, fell off. I mean, it just went through shipping nightmare, and it just did not give me anything. Root system was gorgeous. I kept working on the top, and it gave me this little leaf right here, then this little leaf, and then I had another little leaf, and I'm finally starting to see some form of progression. And it's bad, and for some reason it's bad as I have seen other pallidiflorums for me to buy. For some reason I could not bring myself to buy it. I could not let it go with this plant. I don't know what it is, or if I have some kind of relationship with this plant, but I just could not call it quits with this plant. I'm so glad finally that I did not, because I think now, because all of this I grew on my own, all of this I sacrificed and waited, that now I think it's going to be just a plant that I can call my own, not grown in anybody else's greenhouse. It's just completely acclimated to me. I'm just so super hopeful for what it can bring. I actually put this in a cup. I'm going to probably take it out sooner or later because I don't know if it's going to do much. Just have it in sphagnum moss. I'm just trying to see if it's going to possibly generate maybe another growth point at some point where I can get more than maybe another beginning set of leaves. That's wishful thinking, right? So far, like I said, this was the first leaf, and then this was the latest leaf, you guys, and it's still getting a little bit longer than before. So, and she seems like she's also a little prego right here, so I'm anticipating another leaf to come out, and I hope that one be longer than this leaf. And I'm just super stoked about it because you're talking about a long time coming. And I have it in just a clear nursery pot. I make sure I keep it well watered. I have, it's a little bit of water at the very bottom, but it's leca pebbles in the bottom of it, and a little bit of water. And I just sit her in here, and when I think she needs a drink, I give her a drink and just let the water just go down in here. I just make sure that the water isn't reaching up where this is sitting in there. And even if it was, it's getting so much direct light from my Sansi light right now. I think it's using up a lot of energy where the water is evaporating anyway, which helps create the humidity for the plant. Not sure, but hey, it's working. I'm not mad at it. I hope she gets long, man, because I really want one of them ones that's like beautifully long that I've been lusting after. But I've been just so dedicated with this one, I can't seem to let it go. And it's just really, as a plant parent, I just feel proud that I've gotten it to this, because it's been such a struggle, you guys. Y'all have no idea. My goodness. But yeah, I definitely wanted to end this video up on a very good note. And yeah, so y'all comment, let me know what's been going on in your plant collection, what updates you got, what plants is grown, what plants not grown, what plants you've lost, what plants you gained. You know, I want to hear it all. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planty things, definitely subscribe if you haven't. Push those thumbs up. Push them up. It helps get my channel out there. I appreciate any and all support you can give me. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.